Hi, I hope you're ready for math. We're going to jump right in. We are on lesson 9, session 2, page 193. So we're still working on true and false equations, trying to understand what is true and what's false. And it says develop, we're continuing to work on it, understanding of true and false equations. What does the equal sign mean? It means the same as. So you read it as 4 is the same as 4. 4 is equal to 4. It means is the same as 1 plus 3 is the same as 4. Just depends on how you break it up. So down here it says model it, use counters, write true equations. If you have blocks like this, awesome. If you have circles, if you don't, use your little erasers, whatever helps you. All right, we're gonna get started. It says use counters, write true equations. So you have to come up with your own equations. And if you notice, the sum is here. The sum is what happens when you are adding two atoms together. So I've chosen to do one, and then the other one, it has the difference at the beginning. So it says blank equals blank plus blank. So they just flipped it. Normally the sum is over here, right? Blank plus blank equals blank. Well, they put it in the front. Same here, blank equals blank minus blank. So they took it from here and they moved it to here. All right, so I started out with something simple for you guys. So I'm using my counters in a way. You can use your own counters and come up with a totally different equation if you want to. All that matters is what you do with those things. So the book says use counters. So as long as you're using counters, you can write your own equation. And number 2 is that you write true equations, which means they are real. So I have chosen 4 blue counters and 2 red counters. And I'm going to count on. I say count, you say on. Count, count. Good job. So I have 4. So I'm going to write 4 up there. 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 1, 2 is 4, 5, 6. So now I know 6 equals 4 plus 2. So true equations mean this one is going to also equal 6. So they're both going to end with 6, but they're both going to be true. So this one I'm going to subtract 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh gosh, I need to know what I'm going to subtract. You know, actually, I'm going to take these down. And I'm going to put up these. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? I have 4 there. I'll do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count on until, wait, that won't work. How do I do this? I can turn it into an addition equation, can't I? I can. So I could say 4 plus 6. Let's see. 1, 2. Let's see if I have any more blue ones. Oh, here, I'll just start these. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I added these together. 4 plus 6. Here's my 4. And here's my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I add these two together, I will find out what I am subtracting from. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 4 equals 6. Remember, 10, friends of 10, 4 and 6 equal 10. So now I can say, okay, I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 plus 5. But if I take away 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I get 2, 4, 6. So both of these are correct. 4 plus 2 equals 6. But here I did 10 minus 4 equals 6. Next page says, so that's what I did. You can use different ones if you want to figure it out. They give you the long string like this in your book. So what I would do is I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I would cross out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get 6. Up here, they give you that big old box. And you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 10 minus 4 equals 6. They're both true equations. They both get us to 6. They're just going about it a different way. This one's adding. This one is subtracting. All right. Let's see. Got my handy eraser. I'm going to erase. That one was a little bit tricky, and that's okay. All right. All that matters to me is that you don't give up. So we're going to turn the page. Ooh, we have all these ones with all these counters. So your job is to count all the counters, make an equation equals blank plus blank. So it says circle 2 groups you see. So you're going to circle this one and circle that one. Write the equations the counters show. Circle whether each equation is true or false. So you're going to circle this group and circle that group. Circle this group, circle this group. Circle, 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 circle. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to write 4 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to write 4 there. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Is that true? That's true. All right, so let's give this a go. I'm going to draw it just because using the counters for me, those magnetic things would take way too long. All right, so circle 2 groups. So the first job is to circle the groups. You always have to make sure you are following the instructions and doing what is asked of you. If this were a test and you didn't circle the groups because they told you to, you'd miss out on points. Those are easy points. You don't want to do that. Write the equations. So our number 1 job is circle the groups. Number 2 is equations. We're going to write the equations. Equations. And then we're going to circle true or false. All right, so number 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it says blank equals blank plus blank. And then it has 4 over here. 1, 2, 3. They're trying to throw you off because they drew them differently. So you'd circle the groups. This one is 4. I'm going to write that in there. Circle the group 4. And then I'm going to circle, oh, I got to solve it. 4, count on, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That is true. So you're going to circle true. Number 4 has 1, 2, 4, 5. Can you see that? Yeah, pretty well. And then they drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's 4 more. 1, 2, 4 more off to the side. And it says blank equals blank minus blank. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write true or false on the side. And then you're going to circle it. Okay. So first we have to count how many this is. So this is 5. And this is the smallest number. So I know it's going to go, actually, let's see. Okay, so here I have 1, 2, I changed my mind. We're going to start at the beginning because subtraction starts at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they had 9 dots. That's the most. And I know that the biggest number goes in front of the subtraction sign because it is subtraction. It always starts with the biggest number. And then they crossed out 1, 2, 3, 4. So they took away 4. And then it has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in this group. So actually, oops, I forgot my first step. Circle the groups. Okay. So this whole group was 9. They crossed out 4. So they took away 4 and they ended up with 5 left, they said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count these and see if there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are. So this one is also true. Okay. I think I might need to be writing these a little bit bigger. These seem to be maybe a little bit too small. All right, so number 5 and number 6 are the same way. So I'll keep my directions up there. Yeah, 5 and 6 are the same. We're just identifying if it's true or false. So number 5, let me get a little bit bigger, is, maybe count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try to draw them like they drew them in the book. Circle the group. This is blank. Oh, they put it back to normal. Blank plus blank equals blank. This is 8. I know because I just counted it. I don't need to count it again. I remembered 8. And then I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay. So this is a different one actually. So what I did is I circled these 2 groups, and I have 8 plus 7, but we haven't even done that yet. So I can tell that that's not right. So what I'm going to do is I have, actually, this is going to be one group. This is another group. So I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1, 2, 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Does 5 plus 3 equal 7? I don't think so. I'm going to break out my 5. So I'm going to pull out my 5. And then I'm going to see here I have 3 hanging out left over. Here I have 2. So it really should be, it's false. It should be either 5 plus 3 equals 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. It's missing 1. Or it could be, maybe I take 1 away from here and I have 5 plus 2 equals 7. But either way, this one is false. So it's a little bit confusing because the dots are in a weird lump, but that's how you're going to solve that one. All right, now I'm going to erase and I'm going to do the last one on this page. Okay, let's see. The next one has 2, 4, 6, 8 dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it has, and it says blank equals, so I have blank equals blank minus blank. So our difference is going to go here. I'm going to circle this because there's a huge gap in between. And I know this is 8, so we'll write an 8 next to that. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. But they crossed out 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to circle that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 8. Let's see. Will my 8 go there? No, because that's the answer. I started out with 8. Okay. And then I subtracted 3. They took away 3. And I should get 5. But I don't. I don't. That's so weird. I only have 2 left. So it says 2 equals 8 minus 3. Oh, this one makes me feel really gross. It's false. Super false. Okay, you had 8. You take out, they crossed out those 3. That means they took them away. You should have 5 left over, but I have 1, 2. Or you could say 8 minus 5 if I cross out all these 5. I should have 8 dots, and then I took away 5, and I should have 3 left. Either way, this one is false. The dots don't match. If that's really confusing, just let that go. Just focus on the ones that you know are true. If it's not making sense, it's probably false. Okay, because it should kind of make sense at this point. All right, I'm gonna erase this because we're on to the green pages. And the green pages are our practice pages. It's where we just are practicing the same thing over and over and over again, trying to understand. So we're learning about the equal sign. So it says practice true and false equations. Look at the example, then solve problems 1 through 5. Example, equal is the equal sign. 3 is equal to 3. They just mixed up how they're positioned. 3 is the same as 3. No matter how you mix them up, they're still the same. Equal means is the same as. 5 is the same as 2 plus 3. Now, number 1 says trace the equal sign if it is a true equation. Cross it out if it is not a true equation. So if it's true, we're gonna trace it. If it's not, we're gonna cross it out. All right. They have the first one. These are fun. Problem number 1. The first one has 2 plus 2, and then it gives you the option to fill that in equals 4. 1, 2, I'm going to count on 3, 4. So it would equal 1, 2, 3, 4 dots if you mush them all together. So you are going to trace the equal sign because they are equal. The next one has 3 is the same as 3 plus 1. If you did 3 plus 1, you would end up with 4, right? You'd have this guy down here, and then these 3 up there. So you're going to cross out the equal sign because it is not true. 3 is not the same as 3 plus 1. 2 plus 2 is the same as 4. Okay? Oh, this is so fun. These are like riddles, but with numbers. I love math. Okay. Number 2, it says circle the true equation. I'm down here at the bottom on page 195. So number 2 says 9 equals 2 plus 7, or 7 plus 2 equals 10. And I'll give you a hint. It says circle the true equation. If you're looking at word problems, equation is singular. It doesn't say circle the true equations. So now I know one of these is wrong and the other one is right. The other one that we call wrong is false or incorrect, and the other one is correct, true, right, however you want to say it. So the first way to know if it's true is you have to solve it. So here I'm going to solve 2 plus 7. Oh, and 7 plus 2. It's the same thing, just switched. So I'm going to do 7 because it's the biggest number. Here it's switched. Then here, you see how they're the same numbers? Just they have different answers, 9 and 10. We have to figure out which one is right. So I'm going to start at 7 and I'm going to count on until I get to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 3 dots here, which means 7 plus 3 equals 10. That means 7 plus 2 is wrong. It's 7 plus 3 that equals 10. So if I know 7 plus 3 equals 10, if I take 1 away and I make it 7 plus 2, I'm also taking 1 away from the 10 and it's 7 plus 2 equals 9. The correct equation is the first one. Okay, we're going to keep going. Here they have a tens frame. In a tens frame, it has 10 spots. It's in the name. So number 3 says circle the true equations. And number 3, has a tens frame like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has 7 that are red. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so it says circle the true equations. So here it has the S that it was telling us about, which means we're looking for more than one, at least maybe 2, could maybe be all 3. I don't know, we'll have to find out. Okay, so the first equation is 7 plus 3 equals 10. Here's the same one, 3 plus 7 equals 10. Remember, this is a fact family, look. So if you know you're looking for 2, hint, hint, hint. The last one is 3 plus 6 equals 10. Here we have a new number, and we're out of options. So if we know we're looking for more than one, we automatically know it can't be that one and it has to be these 2. But let's check that, all right? Let's look at our tens frame. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 reds plus 1, 2, 3 yellows equals, the whole thing is full, so it has to be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the correct answer is 7 plus 3 equals 10. So you're going to circle that. But then it's also 3, like you're starting with these 3 and you're counting on to down here. So it's also that one, which we know 7 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 7. It's just which one are you talking about first? All right. Ooh, number 4 has a number bond. Awesome. Fun, 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 fun. Okay. So this one has a number bond and it's 7. And it breaks into 4 and we don't know. Complete the number bond. So you have to fill this in. It's your first job. Circle the true equation. So you have 2 things you have to do on this one. It says 7 equals 3 plus 4. That's an option. 3 equals 7 minus 4. 3 plus 4 equals 7. And 7 equals 4 minus 3. So the first thing I have to do if I'm doing this is I have to figure out what fills in this number bond. And then I'm going to look at these and say, which one's right, which one's true. So 4, I'm going to count on until I get to 7 because it's my biggest number. So I'm going to do what we did a couple weeks ago. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm stopping at 7. I've drawn 1, 2, 3 numbers. So now I've done the first job and I filled in that number bond. The number that's missing is 3. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, now let's see, is that one of them? 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 equals 3 plus 4. 3 equals 7 minus 4. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 equals 4 minus 3. No. I can also say 3 plus 4 equals 7. Let's see, 3 plus 4 equals 7, or 7 equals 3 plus 4. That one's true. Yep. 3 equals 7 minus 4. No, that's not what I was doing. I'm doing addition. I said 3 plus 4 equals 7. 3 plus 4 equals 7. Yep, that one's true. 7 equals 4 minus 3. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do subtraction. When I do subtraction, I start with the biggest number. I always like to underline the number that I'm starting with because it tells my brain where I'm starting. I'm starting at 7. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Let's see. Well, these are weird. So I'm going to start here after the equal sign. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Yep, that one's true. 7 equals 4 minus 3. Ooh, I hope you all are noticing a big red flag with this equation. What's wrong with this equation? The subtraction is not starting with the biggest number. This one is saying that 4 minus 3 is going to equal 7. Yikes. If that was the case, this wouldn't be a 4, it would be a 10. Or it could be a 1. For 4 minus 3 equals 1. or 10 minus 3 equals 7. So this one is, that one is false. That one is not true. And I hope that stuck out so loud to you guys. All right, number 5. Write 4 true equations that all equal 8. All right, I'd love for you to try this on your own, and if you can't, it's okay. But I want you to get 8 counters, 8 erasers, 8 cubes, 8 whatever you want, and we're gonna play around with the number 8. Let's see, I think I have 8, 2, 4, 6. I need 2 more blues. Oh, 8. Okay, so you're gonna write 4 equations. Blank plus blank equals 8. Blank plus blank equals 8. Blank plus blank equals 8. I'm gonna put all my 8 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Blank plus blank equals 8. Well, if I did this way, it would break it down into, let's pretend that this is one side and this is another side of my equation. Right now, how many markers do I have over here? 0. So I could do 0 plus 8 equals, still have 8, right? So I'm gonna fill that in as 1. 0 plus 8 equals 8. Now, I'm gonna be like, oh, I feel so sorry for this. Let's move this over. I'm gonna give him 1. So now this side is 1 plus 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 plus these 7 equals 8. 7, 8. So now I know 1 plus 7 equals 8. I feel really sorry, so I'm gonna do that again. Now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 6 equals 8. All right, so let's keep going. Ooh, now you don't have 2, you got 1 more. And guess what? Because I took 1 from you and I gave it over here, you have 1 less. 1 less than 6 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. I'm not done. Oh, 1 more than 3 is 4. 1 less than 5 is 4. Those are all the ways that you can get 8, because if I gave this one another one, it would be 5 plus 3. So just flip back. And then if I took another one, it would be 6 plus 2. There it is, just flipped. If I took another one, it would be 7 plus 1, flipped. If I took another one, it would be 8 plus 0, 8 and 0, flipped. So if you notice, these numbers are going up, they're increasing by 1. These numbers are decreasing by 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty cool stuff, friends. Please write this down. I know I gave you 5 equations, but the more the merrier. Good job, and keep up the good work.